This plane doesn't exist yet, but if Airbus builds it, Boeing is at the end of the line. It would be bigger than the A350-1000, capable of flying over 18 hours non-stop, and powerful enough to replace both the 747 and the A380. So why haven't you heard of the A350-2000? The better question is, what is the A350-2000? The A350-2000 would be Airbus's largest aircraft ever, a stretched ultra-long-range monster built for one thing: moving more people further with just two engines. It's not on Airbus's website, there's no press release, but inside the industry, this plane makes way too much sense to ignore. The real reason Airbus needs it: the 747 is dead, the A380 is about to be gone, but airlines still want massive capacity, ultra-long haul range, and lower operating costs. And right now, there's a gap at the very top of the market, and Airbus doesn't fully own it. The A350-2000 would plug that gap instantly. Non-stop flights are getting longer every year. New York to Singapore, Perth to London, and Sydney to New York. Airlines aren't asking if they can fly these routes. They're asking how many seats they can sell on these routes. And that's where the A350-2000 changes everything. At airports like Heathrow or JFK, you can't just add more flights. So airlines do the next best thing. They fly bigger planes. One A350-2000 equals more passengers, more revenue, but the same slots. Now, how big are we talking? When we say the A350-2000, how big do we really mean? So, in theory, the A350-2000, in a normal 3-class layout, would seat between 410 passengers to 450 passengers. Even more in high-density setups depending on the airline. Now, the 747, that's 747 level capacity, with half the fuel burn per seat. This wouldn't just be efficient, it would be brutal for older widebodies. Now, what's the problem with Boeing in this scenario? Boeing's closest rival is the not yet released yet 777-9. But here's the catch: larger wings, airport compatibility issues, and years of delays. A smaller winged, longer range A350-2000 could quietly steal customers, especially airlines that are already loyal to Airbus. So who would actually buy it? We have this aircraft, but who's going to buy it? Think of companies such as your Emirates, as in they were all over the A380. You've also got Qatar Airlines, Singapore Airlines, Qantas, and British Airways. That's just to name a few. These airlines fly routes so long most planes can't even attempt them. So why hasn't Airbus built it yet? Here's the twist: Airbus can build this plane, but doesn't know if airlines will commit. Development costs are massive, airlines love flexibility, and smaller jets are safer bets. But even if just 2 or 3 major carriers say yes, everything changes. The A350-2000 could become the new king of the skies, a silent successor to the giants we lost. And the scariest part? Airbus has already built 90% of the plane. They just haven't pulled the trigger. Why would you fly? Would you fly on the A350-2000, or is this plane too big for the future? I'd love to hear your opinion in the comments. Please leave it, and I would love to discuss this more. So please leave a comment, like and subscribe, and tell me what you think.